Okay, go.
Okay, let me know when.
Go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of Phone Line. I'm Dave Cokin, Jim Feist is here, and we're ready to talk about some NFL goings on and how they might impact the line this weekend. I split the ball plays yesterday. Actually, I had a small lean on Utah, and then lost Northern Illinois, won Kansas State, won the Nuggets. So it was a winning night. I have my NFL game of the week up now at JimFeist.com. I've also got some Mountain College basketball games tonight up, and the Purdue-Arizona ball game. So some good stuff online for me today. Get those games right now. Jim, how about yourself?
Well, it was a great weekend for me. I did very well betting. My in-game betting was awesome. I had some very nice covers in the NFL. College basketball was good. The bowls have been outstanding. So I've got bowl games. I had a lot of bowl games up right now. And I've got 2 college basketball games up. I think I have 2 or 3 NBA games up. And NFL, I got some good inside information on a couple moves before they happened. And I put those up as well in the NFL. So all in all, it's good. The holidays are always a tough time. People are doing a lot of different things, and they got family stuff. They get away from the sports a little bit, but we're back at it now that Christmas shopping's over and opening the presents. And I hope everybody had a great Christmas out there.
All right, let's talk some NFL, and it's all out now, and it makes it clear the Rams. The first team to announce the backups will be playing the entire game on Sunday. What's the thing? And they will not be the only team that does this weekend, Jim.
No, they won't. I expect quite a bit of this to go on, and there's really no reason for anybody to go out there and get their players hurt. Jacksonville has announced, though, that they are going to play everybody, and I think that has a lot to do with the Tom Coughlin influence. That's pretty much what he did his whole career, and that's a young team with no playoff experience, so they don't want to. They look good occasionally, and other times they don't. And there's a big learning curve for that team. They're going into the playoffs, and they're going to run into some experienced players, and so that was their choice. There are other teams out there that we're going to see a lot of coaching changes, Dave. I'm not sure where they're going to find the coaches to replace everybody they fire, but there's going to be a lot of coaching changes. Kansas City, by the way, is not playing everybody either. They're going to be sitting quite a few players, which is why Denver has become a 3.5, 4-point favorite in that game. Philadelphia, I'm pretty sure Philadelphia is going to sit quite a few people as well. By the way, Philadelphia just not looked good at all the last 2 weeks. I mean, they played a very poor Oakland defense the other day, got a bunch of turnovers from them, and still could not manufacture any points. I'm very concerned about Philadelphia going forward. You agree with that, Dave?
Yeah, I think the Eagles are dead. I really do. You can't change your offense this late in the season, and they cannot run the same offense with Nick Foles as they ran with Carson Wentz. You can't make those throws. You can't run like Wentz. Wentz might be the MVP in the league this year. Even playing 13 games, he might be the MVP in the league this year. It's not a knock on Nick Foles. He's just not Carson Wentz. And now, this had happened in October. You can change the offense and redesign it. You can't redesign an offense this late in the season. And you cannot make the throws Wentz makes. I mean, you can see it. He doesn't have the arm strength. That's simple. No, the Eagles are now the 6th choice. 6th. So they've gone from being 1 or 1A to 6 on the odds board, and that tells you all you need to know. They can't get anybody to buy a ticket on that team right now.
I agree. It's bet against Philadelphia or not at all. It's just, I mean, they have the part that bothers me the most about that is their defense. Their defense just doesn't look sharp right now. And I know they played a softer schedule early in the year and they built up some stats based on that. But still, I look back at that game against the Giants where they gave up over 400 yards passing to Eli Manning, and that's like the only game Eli has played and done that all year. Right? I mean, last week they got shut up by Arizona, and the week before they looked horrible. But then when they played Philadelphia, they couldn't stop them. Philadelphia couldn't stop them. So I'm concerned about not only the offense but the defense.
All right, moving on, we get James Harrison. How about this? James Harrison's been picked up by the New England Patriots. And you know why they did this. This is specifically for a potential meeting with Pittsburgh. There's no question about that. Not like they need Harrison for anything. So that's what this is all about. I love the move. Love it.
Well, Belichick is smart. He knows that Harrison knows all the plays, and it creates a nightmare for Pittsburgh if they have to play New England.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not going to play a lot, but it's like having an extra coach in the field. And, of course, they'll also be pretty motivated if that game comes up. We mentioned a little bit about coaching. Dirk Cutter, Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach, he admits the buzz, whether he gets fired or not, has been a distraction to his team.
Yeah, there's no question. This Landon Collins, Eli Apple situation with calling him a cancer. What exactly has he done to earn that that title?
I guess he's a bad teammate. Wow. I mean, if the other guys in the team can't stand him, that's the problem. Wow. So he'll be gone. I know he was a first-round draft pick a few years ago. He's never lived up to billing anyway. He's not that good.
Right.
And I would expect that he will not be a Giant next year. But you wonder how many teams will be willing to pick him up based on a comment like that. I mean, that's from a teenager. And Landon Collins is one of the few Giants who's had a good year.
Yeah, that's hard to carry through. Who the hell would want him? I want to talk about this one game massive move, actually adjustment. When the Rams opened 6-point favorite over San Francisco, and San Francisco now has won 4 straight games, they have a chance to win 5 straight games with Jimmy Garoppolo. They actually are calling him GQ, Jimmy GQ, kind of a good-looking kid, and he can play some football. They got something going for next year, and I think they want to close out this year with that 5-0 streak going into next year and possibly be co-favorites to win that division. Seattle's on the down tick, Arizona's on the down tick. The Rams and San Francisco flipped the script out there as being probably the 2 best teams in that division going into next year. And this game opened Rams 6. And when it opened 6, I have to be honest with you, I bet it. I took San Francisco plus 6. And now, you're looking at San Francisco, the favorite, 1.5 or 2, depending on what book you walk into, offshore or local. Amazing adjustment, 7-point adjustment. But the Rams are sitting Goff and Gurley for sure, and probably a few other people. Big move, Dave.
Well, yeah, and makes sense to me. I mean, the coach is telling you they don't care about the football game, and are treating it like an exhibition game, and the other team is not. That's a pretty big advantage. That's the kind of stuff we look for in the preseason, actually.
Yeah, we do, and And this is even more clear because in the preseason you have a lot of players, and coaches say one thing and they do another, and they'll go out there and say, okay, we're going to only play the starters for one series, and then they play them for a whole half, and this isn't the case. The Rams are in the play. This is serious.
It's even more so because in the exhibition season, if you have the rotations, that's nice, but it's not like either team is making a game plan anyway. You know, they just, nobody really game plans. Maybe a little bit in week 3 of the preseason. There's more of a dress rehearsal status, so there's some game planning. But you know, in week 1, week 2, week 4, it's just information. In this game, the Rams are game planning for next week. They're not game planning for this game. The coaches said they don't care whether they finish 3rd or 4th. They're going to be at home next week regardless. And they're game planning for next week. 49ers are game planning for this week. They have no next week. It's an extraordinary advantage.
Yeah, it is. Well, Kansas City is pretty much in the same situation. They're sitting some players as well in Denver. Last game of the season. I don't know if Denver can do anything, even if they try.
You know, and Paxton Lynch is starting for the Broncos. So I don't know whether that's worth.
Yeah.
I don't think I can bet on Lynch. It's terrible.
Yeah, the question is, if the other team didn't even show up, could Denver do anything?
Yeah, really.
And Seattle is a 9 or 10 point favorite in this game over Arizona. Now, this is a question more than a. But Seattle hasn't been able to generate any offense whatsoever. Their offensive line's pathetic. Their running game is pathetic. Their defense is banged up. They still play hard. They are Seattle. You know, home field advantage, all that stuff, but it's not the way it used to be. Arizona.
Well, and Bruce Arians, this might be his final game for Arizona. And the players do like it.
Yeah, they come to play, and you know, I know Seattle needs to win and all that stuff, but they don't have a clear path, even if they do win. That just seems like a big number for a team that can barely generate 100 yards in offense.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Well, we've got agreements on that stuff. We've got some great games to play right now. I've got the Purdue-Arizona game online. I've got my NFL game of the week online. I've got the San Diego State-Wyoming matchup in college basketball online tonight. I think there's a good chance to get 2 winners. The 2 games that are being played today. Grab them now and get paid tonight. Jim, how about you?
Well, definitely. I have a couple of college basketball games up. I got some NBA plays up. I've got a bunch of bowl games up, and I have 2 or 3 NFL games up already because I'm trying to take advantage of what I see and get my players on games that the numbers won't be as good later. So go to VegasSportsMasters.com or JimFeist.com. Dave and my picks are there, and we've been winning. And you know, if you guys aren't winning out there and you're not going to the site and getting these picks, you're just costing yourself money. They're not that expensive. Go in there and try it out. Dave, I appreciate it.
All right, that's it. Yeah. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.